All right, good Monday afternoon here. First Alert Meteorologist Justin Bradford. Just after 2 p.m. on this final Monday of February, we're back to the cold weather across a lot of mid-Michigan today, and so that'll be kind of our main focus here in our First Alert weather story as we are continuing to see some not only cold temperatures, but a couple areas of snow to watch this week. The first one kind of went through this morning, and we may have another one to look out for as we head towards tomorrow night. So we'll take a peek at that First Alert forecast, what we can expect heading into the rest of our evening. Wanted to start out with a peek outside at some of our sky cams across mid-Michigan, and those generally are looking like an improved segment versus where we were earlier today. I got some clearing in pockets around the Mason area. You can see a few in Jackson as well. Mainly cloudy skies will, I think, continue to dominate our skies through this afternoon, but there is a sign of improvement to come for the end of the week, so that's what we'll have to look forward to eventually as we move forward. Now, I wanted to take a peek at what our current temperatures are. A lot of us are in those mid-20s, and before the day's done, a few upper 20s like we're seeing in Charlotte, Marshall, and Coldwater at 27 degrees. A few of us inch close to 30 by this afternoon, especially the places that get into just a little more sunshine, so that's what we'll peek at today. Wind gusts are still at times topping 20 to 25 miles per hour, and a few gusts near 30 could still take place this afternoon, driving this chilly air in out of the northwest. You can see current wind chills are below zero in places like Alpena and up in Marquette as well. So very cold temperatures across that part of the area, but we've still got teens wind chills here. That's not exactly warm even for the final week of February. So we are going to be stuck underneath this cooler air for most of this week, at least colder than normal. Might not be necessarily this cold every day, but we are going to have some of those chillier wind chills to focus on. So over the next 12 hours, you'll notice we see some sun come out this afternoon. It's a little too late to help us warm up into the 30s, but we should get back to that mark tomorrow despite the cloud cover with a southwest wind, which at that time also gusts near 30 miles per hour. In the meantime, we'll fall back into the lower teens tonight, and so it will be a chilly wake-up for us with single-digit wind chills tomorrow. But here's satellite radar, which once again has got some pockets of clearing. In the morning, flurries continue to fade off towards the east, and we'll back out and show you a wider view. We are going to get some calm before the storm, and it isn't a big storm coming, but relatively speaking, we'll have some snow working in late tomorrow after a bit of a break from now through about this time or later tomorrow. I expect when we're doing our update tomorrow afternoon, we'll see again, some quieter conditions before that system, which will move in. But I wanted to take a peek real quick out towards the East Coast. They've had a major winter storm taking place over there. We got some places measuring in the feet of snow as opposed to inches as you get towards New England and north of the mid-Atlantic states. Thousands of cancellations for travel via flight or anything else as they continue to deal with some major winter storm impacts in that direction. And so just a lot of issues going on off in the northeast U.S., and that'll continue to be the case for them for the next day or so. Now, the hour-by-hour First Alert forecast headed into the rest of this afternoon, I still think we're staying mainly in the 20s in most places as we head into the rest of that overnight period. We'll eventually work back down into the teens once again, and then tomorrow heading into the late afternoon, that's when we'll start to see a few first of those snowflakes. So temperatures around the freezing mark as we head into tomorrow, and then you see the snow showers work through as we hit the late evening. So this could have an impact as we approach that evening rush hour. As we head after that, we'll go back into some quieter weather overnight, perhaps a few flurries into our Wednesday morning, and that too will be a quieter but windy day where we might see some late sun. If we're lucky, doesn't help temperatures get back much above 30 degrees. We also wanted to take a peek at the snowfall forecast, which this model showing us picking up around a trace to maybe an inch of snow as we head through our system on Tuesday evening here. Not a major impactor for us, but it's something that we'll keep eyes on as we head throughout these next couple of days. So tonight, forecast low down to 13 degrees. Could be a few pockets that get colder than that with the clearing, and the northwest wind is dying down too, 5 to 10 miles per hour tonight. It once again, though, will pick back up as we head into tomorrow. So here's our high temperature trend. Highs near or just below freezing next few days. We're around 33 tomorrow and 30 on Wednesday, back to 34 Thursday, which is probably another quiet day for most, but there will be a system just to our south that we'll keep eyes on too. One thing we do want to mention is temperatures well back into the 40s Friday. Could even be a few spots near 50 degrees before Friday is done, especially southern sections. We get back into sunshine and a strong south flow to do that. on Saturday. We'll keep it in the 40s as we end the month of February, but March does start cold with highs in the 20s on Sunday and then next Monday as well, when we could see a few snow showers. Surely enough, though, the numbers will rebound and we'll be back into the 40s by the middle of next week. And so that'll be a trend that shapes up warmer. In fact, our long-term outlook, which we won't show necessarily right here, has us going back probably close to 50 before that second Saturday, or second Sunday, I should say, of March, which is when we'll spring forward, and we'll have more on that time change, which is now less than 2 weeks coming up. But you can see here in the 10-day forecast, we do have some of that chilly below average weather for the next few days, as we mentioned. Mild end to the month, Friday, Saturday, cold start to March, Sunday, Monday, and after that, the moderating temperatures. And so still a lot to discuss in this first alert forecast, which isn't quite looking as snowy as it may have previously, but we did want to give folks that first alert to the system tomorrow evening that will bring up a couple of areas of snow. So we want, coming up, First Alert Meteorologist Andy Provenzano will have an update in our 90 minutes of news. We'll also have another weather forecast update for you coming up at 3 o'clock on Studio 10, returning to our normal airwaves today with the conclusion of the Olympics. So we hope you'll join us for those programs as well. Until that takes place, continue to stay warm out there with the cold weather we're continuing to see. Thanks for watching, and once again, have a wonderful afternoon. We'll have more updates that you can always get to on all of our streaming platforms. Have a great Monday, everyone.